Do you think that Giselle would have allowed Karen to get away with cussing her out? I mean, literally cussing her out if they were in Potomac as opposed to in New Orleans? Things that make you go, mm. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 4, episode 6. As I said, I've been kind of checking myself when it comes to the whole Giselle and Karen situation. But no, I'm going to have to call bull crap at this point. Karen is full of crap. But we'll speak about it. Just roll with me here. Okay, so first things first thing. Giselle literally shuts down the argument between Ashley and Candace. She's like, enough. What this is that you are talking about? They're going back and forth about what the friendship is and what it's not. And Candace is saying, I've like put out, try to be a friend of you, and you don't reciprocate. You are shady, and you kind of sit back and lay back and play shade, and now all of a sudden you can't take it. All of that is true, but this just probably wasn't the time. And the subject matter just makes you kind of look bad, Candace. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We all know Ashley's full of shit. That's just Ashley. Ashley is very messy. She's always been messy. She loves being in other people's stuff, and she does not like people being in her stuff. She can definitely dish it, but she can't take it. But Giselle shut it down and put them both out, well, all of them out of her room. She's like, all right, it's over. We'll see y'all. Good night. Put them on out. So the next day, the girls are all separated out. Robin and Monique and Karen actually went to swamp an alligator swamp rat situation. I was in New Orleans. I was like, oh, y'all know good. Well, I ain't going on no swamp playing around with no gators. I'm not playing around with gators in or out of Louisiana. Do you understand? Not a Gators fan. Sorry. Anyway, so that's what they were doing. Um, they talked about the fact that they felt like Candace was wrong. Um, Giselle went out with Candace. She took her with her. She told her, she did tell Candace, girl, you was wrong. You were wrong. And Candace says, I'm going to apologize to Ashley. I apologize to her. But she took her, they met up with Giselle's father, and they ended up getting to meet Miss Leah Chase, who is the chef. She's like one of the most popular chefs in New Orleans, and it was so crazy. They met her, and then the mayor, Latoya Cantrell, actually came and they met her, and they all had lunch together. So that was really, really nice. Really nice. And the thing is, Miss Leah Chase actually passed away after the recording of the show. So the whole episode was actually dedicated to Miss Chase. So that was really cool. Really cool. She was just a cute little thing, just as snappy. I said, look at her. She told them, she said, y'all are beautiful. Y'all trying to make me look bad. Sit down. I just laughed at her. She was cute though. Very cute. So that was cool. I thought that was very, very cool. Ashley and Katie, these two weirdos, you've seen my thumbnail. They went to a tarot card reading, and during the tarot card reading, the guy actually told Ashley, that she would be pregnant within a year. Nothing to worry about. She'll be pregnant within a year, and he was right. Um, Katie talked about. She spoke about having surgery to keep her from sweating. Now, I've never heard of such. I've never heard of such. I'm sure there's a way you can do it, but I'm kind of sure that that's not good for you. You sweat for specific reasons. There are reasons why you sweat. So I don't listen. Katie's strange. She's strange. And though it probably would be nice not to sweat, but I know that there's a reason that your body sweats. So the fact that she don't sweat, something she gonna pay. Listen, that's one of them situations. You can go ahead and play around with Mother Nature if you want about certain things. Now, I mean, I'm all here for plastic surgery and switching looks. If you want to do plastic surgery and switch your looks, I'm all for that because we grew up. I've grown up in a time where you be whatever you want to be, and that's cool. But when you start stopping body functions like you're not going to sweat. That's when you really are playing with Mother Nature a lot. You're playing with her, and you're going to pay it on the front end or you're going to pay it on the back end. At some point in her life, that little shit there, you're going to pay it on the front end or the back end. I'm just saying. There's going to come some time when this broad going to need to sweat and she ain't sweating and it's going to wreak havoc on that little body of hers. But whatever. I don't know. I ain't never heard of such. But anyway, moving on. Um, then they went to a little lingerie shop and they tried on tassels for their boobs. I said, I don't know about the trying on of the tassels. I'm gonna try on no damn tassels. I'm sure they just clean and they let other people try them on too. Stuck to your fucking nasty titty. And listen, I'm telling you, I ain't trying to try on nothing. And they tried on because Katie tried on this little body. I saw she had to buy that. She'd have had to buy that. Katie is a slob. Did you see when they panned through her room? It was funky and trifling as hell. There was all kind of clothes and shit all over the floor. She is funky and trifling. You think I'd be trying on something after her? Not even. She definitely gives me you stink tease. Nope, nope, a slob. Anyway, moving on. Karen and Katie ended up missing the bus. They were on the wait. They were getting the little bus thing to go to the birthday party for Giselle's dad. Karen and Katie missed the bus. Listen, these folks just whatever happened to like getting yourself together and everybody traveling together. All this being late and catching Ubers. I said okay, but they missed the bus. And Karen had made her. She said, "Go. You got on panties. Well, get some and go put them on." How are you completely dressed and ain't putting no panties on? Because you didn't intend to wear nothing nasty. You didn't intend to wear no panties nasty down in old hot ass New Orleans at a birthday party where everybody's dressed in white and you ain't gonna wear no panties. You know, sit your ass down. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Ashley apologized to Monique while they were on the bus for not being sympathetic when she had her miscarriage. She felt as though she wasn't very sympathetic to her now that it's happened to her. And, Monique accepted. She's like, okay, cool. Then once they actually got to the party, we seen them do the whole second line and they danced outside and they walked down, paraded down to the party and all of that. Real cute. It's really, you see it on TV when the people were actually outside marching and all. You see it and it's different when you see it in person. Definitely. When you see it in person, because whenever you see it on TV and you don't really know anybody from New Orleans, you just kind of say, oh, okay, well, look at them. You know what I mean? But when you're there and you start to learn some of the history of why they do the things that they do in New Orleans and why, and, it's all celebration. Everything in New Orleans, for the most part, a lot of it is done out of respect and celebration. And just knowing that changes the way you feel about it. Because you've always seen it. When you see it, you see the people all dressed up and you see them with their instruments. As soon as you see it, you like New Orleans. So that's great to me, period. That there's little nuances that for a fact belong to that place. But when you start to understand it and know that it's rituals and it's out of respect and it's celebration, you understand more. It means more. And then when I was actually in New Orleans and I actually got to see it up close, it's totally different. It really is. It really, because you get swept right up into the emotion of all of it. That was some of the things that I really did enjoy about New Orleans. That's like this. That's why I would say, child, they know how to party. It's a party town. Everything, they do. They really lean into celebration. They really do. Like there's a lot of stuff that's not so great that took place in Louisiana. You know what I mean? Like when you see like when they went to visit the plantation and stuff like that. And then you got these swamps and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, I don't have all that to do. But then there's a whole lot of things that are like really, really great about New Orleans that you ain't gonna experience nowhere but in New Orleans. So very interesting. That was cool. They did that. They get to the party. While they're at the party, Candace apologizes to Ashley. Ashley takes that time to act like Karen and basically accepts the apology. She says, she's sorry. And she's going to let's just try to go ahead and work on the friendship and make things better. You know what I mean? That little bitch, Ashley. She was, and it was a real slight kiss my ass to Candace when she told her she accepted the apology, but the other stuff, that's going to take some time. And Candace ain't here for it, really. She's just trying to be politically correct. And she basically gave her to kiss my ass because it was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Now it's just going to be whatever, And she ended up talking a little bit to Karen about it. That damn Karen. Waited till the girls, they all got back sectioned together again and start discussing what her and Candace discussed. And Ashley walked up and she just kept right on talking. So Karen, you actually started that. You did. You started that. You didn't even have to bring that back to the group. You and Candace is supposed to be cool. You didn't have to bring that back to the group. You really, you and this, oh, I'm grieving. No, bitch, you're standing around starting shit. You're being shady. You're throwing shots at Giselle. Y'all doing it to each other. But I see you. Giselle's being her normal self. She ain't really putting in the time to throw shots too much at you. But I see you, Karen Huger. I see you. And a lot of my comments I've been noticing this season, a lot of my comments people keep going back to Giselle did this last year. Giselle did that last year. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all already know I'm not the real big forgiving person, but y'all get me all the time about this, James. You got to learn how to forgive and move on. So why we got to keep going back? If y'all, because you can't have it both ways. Now, I understand it, and I know I have a hard time doing it. I have a hard time with the forgiving and moving on because I think it's just bullshit. And it's stuff like this is why it's bullshit. She don't want to forgive her and move on. She wants her to continuously kiss her ass. Is what she wants her to do. And that is getting on my nerves. It just kind of is what it is. It's fine for you to want her to kiss your ass, but don't say that you forgave her because you didn't. You didn't. You're being smart. You're being nasty. And she does keep bringing up the Sherman shit every time she gets a chance. she slips and slides in this Sherman thing, and we found out in this episode why she keeps slipping it in. She got some tea. Karen has tea that Sherman has been seen out shopping with another woman, and she wants to blast Giselle with that tea. That's why she keeps sliding him in, sliding him in, sliding him in. And toward the end of the episode, that's what we found out. Oh, Sherman's been noted that he's been out with another woman. And because she went real deep. Well, I'm gonna talk about it in a second. Just hold up. I'm gonna talk about it in a second. Anyway, them two, Candace reapproaches the table. And then her and Ashley start going at it. They start like arguing. And baby Giselle came through and was like, oh no, you two whores. No, no, no. I know we cuts up and we show out at functions, but all about in here at my dad's 80th, oh no, baby, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. She shut them two whores right down. We show out anywhere we want to go, but we're not showing out here. Because they was getting a little loud. People was turning around looking. She shut it right down. I said, you know what? You got a lot of nerve, Giselle. Because again, y'all show out at everything. Y'all was getting ready to show out down to Candace's damn wedding. Y'all, the reality stars are always willing to show out at whatever the function is. But she wasn't having it. She shut that shit right on down. Anyway, so she has Giselle had Candace to sing happy birthday to her dad when she was bringing the cake out toward the end of the party. And I thought it was so rude that damn Ashley kept trying to cut in on the singing. First of all, the group, y'all shady. They shady. Every time Candace starts singing, they shade her. And the funny part is, there's nothing wrong with Candace's voice. It's just them shading her. They just do it. Because Candace actually does have a voice. She does. Ashley, on the other hand, can't sing. She can't. The little song she did for Michael and all that, whatever. That's cute for you and Michael. Ashley can't sing, okay? Now, she started cutting in and was sounding horrible. There was nothing wrong with Candace's. When Candace was singing Happy Birthday, child, you know people who can sing always overdo it. You know, they were just shading her about her vibrato and carrying on. And I was like, but Ashley, you don't even got no vibrato. You can't fucking sing, bitch. You can't sing. How about get on the melody? Whore. She kept cutting in on that birthday song and it was sounding terrible. I said, oh, she don't shut her ass up. And they laughing. It was rude. It was rude. She was trying to be smart. I said, you're going to be sorry. Candace is going to get your ass, Ashley. Keep on. She going to get you. Anyway, moving on. They ended up ending the night early. Giselle done slid on out and went out for 3 hours with her ex. Because her ex, Steve, was at the party. She just slid out with Steve for a couple hours. And she should have. Go have yourself a good time. They all looked real nice too down to the party. I loved Robin's maxi dress. I hate Robin's hair. Her head need combed. That little her little natural hair pattern, them little waves, that shit is horrible. It just looks like you put some set lotion in your hair, comes to the side and let it dry. It looks a damn mess. I don't like it. I like your hair cut short, but I'm gonna need you to curl it. You need to go ahead and get a wrap and let it lay on down. Take and wrap your hair. The way your hair texture is, you'd be all right. You could actually wrap your hair with some mousse and let it air dry, and you'll be fine. Or either even slick. You know, if you want to go ahead and use some gel and slick the waves up, them waves look crunchy and petty. Yeah. Or just get some actual waves. If you want to get some actual finger waves, do that. But your little natural hair pattern laid down, that ain't cute. That ain't cute. It gives a very, I did this myself. That's what it is. And it's like, yes, you did. It's all thick. I'm like, girl, that ain't it's not cute. Anyway, moving on. I loved her maxi dress that she had on at the party. It was sharp. They look nice. A little bit too much of Candace's ass hanging out. I was like, girl, where you going? Come on, Candace. Come on. Stop. Anyhow, so the next day, listen, before I even go any further, tell me why does Bravo, every time they get a chance, play that clip? Because, Monique, everything's always about her, so she keeps talking about her party and her family coming in after they get back home. Why do every time they get a chance, they play that clip of her mother-in-law calling her ass a heifer? I said, they are so ignorant. They are so rude. They keep playing it. I told that heifer, didn't I? I said, girl, I can't wait to see this woman come back in here next week. Oh, that lady. And even when I looked at her, I seen like the previews of the lady. I was like, I don't like that lady. I don't like that lady. I was like, oh man. And y'all know I ain't crazy about Monique, but I just feel bad for her. I don't like Chris's mother. Boy, she just, something about that woman is just so unlikable. But anyway, moving on. So they went on this little paddle boat ride and everything, and Giselle told them about the little part with Steve and all that. Then Karen tried to throw this little Sherman stuff in there. And Giselle was like looking at her, and she just played past it. And she said in her confessional, she got one more time with me and I'm going to get her ass. I said, now I actually understand, and y'all can beat me up in the comments. I was there. I understand. I see. This is before she even dropped the tea about Sherman and the other woman and all that. I said, I understand. I do understand where Giselle's coming from. But they did a little paddle boat ride. They got done. They went to Cafe Du Monde. I think I told y'all before I actually went there when I was in New Orleans for beignets. They went there, and Karen tried to go into this conversation about Sherman. You're doing that to try to get at her. You're being nasty. You're being nasty. Then you're going to tell where she said, she admits, she says, this has been good. But she said, I shut the party down. She said, I didn't shut down the party early so I could go get and hang out with Steve. That was going to happen no matter what. But she said Monique was definitely getting tired. She says, Karen is grieving, and different things. And that it was a little bit of a pot shot, but it was cool. Karen went right into the Sherman thing. I said, they're doing it to each other. They are. But the Sherman thing is really dirty with the fact, like she said, you are friends with Sherman's ex-wife. So that's a direct knife stab to Giselle, and you know it. And then when she said in her confessional about the whole thing, I don't know if she don't want me to blast her. You being nasty. You being nasty. And so whatever. And at that point, I just said, I'm done defending it. It is what it is. It's an all out. At this point, I'm looking at this whole thing with Karen and Giselle differently. They both full of shit with the wanting to be friends with each other. And I'm ready for it to be all out war. If we're going to do it, bitch, let's do it. I ain't defending neither one of them no more. It's on and it's popping. It really is. It's on and it's popping. And the thing is, now that we're seeing the confessionals, I'm kind of excited to get to the reunion. I would love to know what her feelings are now, what their feelings are toward each other now, because you just said everything you was really thinking. The reunion's going to be interesting between Karen and Giselle. I promise you they ain't going to be friends afterwards. And anyway, they were sitting at the table, and Giselle told her, she said flat out, we talked about this. You got boundaries you set with me. You don't want to talk to me about your business. I told you at your house that I don't want to talk about Sherman. I'm not going to talk about Sherman with you. And because of the fact of you're still friends with his ex-wife. When she said it, everybody at the table got it. They got it. They understood it. And they were like, well, okay. And, you are the queen of the setting the boundaries. And that was it. It died down. By the time they delivered their beignets and they started eating, then all out of left field, here come Karen, just going to cuss Giselle out. You won't disrespect me, and you won't get out of line with me. Cussing her out. I was like, where the hell did that come from? I said, oh, okay. Well, again, see, I ain't judging it no more. It's fucked up and it's just all out war now. Bitch wouldn't have sat there and cussed me out. I'm sorry. She wouldn't have. And Giselle, I think Giselle is really on one with the where she's at and who her dad is and all that. Because I don't think, honestly, y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think. Do you believe that if they were in Potomac, that Giselle would have allowed Karen to cuss her out like that and not go off on Karen? Or do you think it was done more so? Have you noticed that Giselle's behavior has been completely different in New Orleans? People know who her father is and stuff, and she wasn't doing no showing out. She wasn't allowing no showing out to go on. I think if Karen would have pulled that little cuss, because she really cussed her out, where Robin said, all that cussing ain't even necessary, Karen. I don't think she would have did that, but she said in her last confessional when they were ending the episode, it's time for us to go back to Potomac. I think this Giselle gonna get Karen's ass when they get back up. Anyway, I'm done. I done talked enough. Y'all tell me down in the comments, do you believe that Giselle was on her best behavior really because of where she was and her dad? And that, do you think she would have let Karen get away with cussing her out? She really cussed her out. Like, do you think she would have let her get away with cussing her out like that if they were in Potomac? I don't. I want to see what y'all got to say. All right, later.